Hello, everybody. This is Shane here, coming at you live with Fiends the Freylands.
We're not live right now, Shane.
Coming at you through recording.
These are pre-recorded.
Through recording.
Heavily recorded, heavily edited.
Wow, you're doing so well so far.
Substantially edited. You don't understand the amount of stuff I take out of
Wait,
this.
I thought you literally just like threw them up.
All right. I take offense to that. I put an intro song and an outro song.
That's huge.
I know. It takes me
That's
at
a
least
game changer.
5 minutes.
Listen, everybody, thanks for coming and joining us today. We're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons, the 5th edition of that game.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, you're listening to this on this podcast is brought to you in part by Upstairs Alchemy. And if you like what we produce, if you like Upstairs Alchemy and all those kinds of things, this is maybe the worst intro yet.
No, it's good. I'm curious that you say in part. Like, what's the other part? What else is supporting us? Is there someone I don't know about?
Brought to you in part, and the part is 100% by Upstairs Alchemy. So if you like Upstairs Alchemy, you should go subscribe to all of our different kinds of things. You can find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, you can find us on Twitter.
Yeah, we do have Twitter. It's funny how much we plug our social media. Because
we have,
really,
no
we just
presence with it.
post our episodes that come out. But hey, at the same time, it's good.
But that's where you can find them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true.
What else do you need?
Maybe we need pictures of our faces.
That's
Maybe that would also deter people from listening.
That might deter.
They saw what we actually look
That's
like.
a very good point.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for the internet to look at this face. Wait, I already have social media. Wait.
I'm pretty sure you're on the internet already.
Yeah.
I've seen your face on there.
Everywhere, actually.
All right.
It's true.
Reese has surprisingly little social media presence, you guys.
I was the littlest of anyone.
Reese has a Facebook page. I think that's all he has, and it hasn't been updated since like 2012.
Proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. You know,
Yeah,
live in
it's
the
pretty
real
good.
world.
It's
Get out of that
impressive.
virtual world.
Mhm.
Anyway, this is Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah, Fiends of Freylands. We got a bunch of monster slayers out here in the Freylands.
What?
And last time,
Reppin'.
I'm trying to remember where the episode cutoff was, and I don't remember. So we're just going to say, a little while ago, our friends returned from the Castor Manor, where they encountered the vampire, Victoria, and where they encountered the ghost of Alba Castor. And
Oh, yeah, she was pissed at
she was
Surog
super
for like
mad.
the 7th time.
But
because
she
you guys ripped her
did.
baby into bits.
Okay, don't have to say it like that.
Put her baby to rest.
Yes,
Right?
thank you.
Yeah, well, she didn't like it.
Well,
And
that's
she
on
and her baby daddy, her husband, followed you home to Warhaven.
What did we call him? Scrappy Doo or something?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
funny. Scrappy Doo.
We had a few names.
He had a
She
couple
had a few
names, for
names,
sure, yeah.
and they were all great.
It's not about the destination. It's about the names you make up along the way.
You guys returned. You tried to, give a warning to the townspeople. You brought in Sasha. You started to describe the situation, and then she started getting real suspicious as you revealed kind of where you guys had been coming from. And then that was kind of just right in time for the arrival of Scrappy Doo and the ghost of...
Christmas Pass.
Yep. And you ended up in this kind of like three-way fight between Sasha and her cronies, who turned out to be werewolves.
What?
Hate those.
Blessed by the Lord of Nettles himself, themself, whatever the Lord of Nettles may be.
Who knows?
And between also the undead folks. You guys kicked everybody's butts, killed all the werewolves and all the undeads, except for one, who inherited the blessing from the Lord of Nettles and started to receive visions through him.
Right.
And you guys talked to her for a little bit. She was not swaying in her devotion to the Lord of Nettles. But while you were talking to her, the townspeople were kind of starting to gather around the house that you guys were staying in, because you had just like been part of a massacre and left the bodies out there.
We did do that. That's true. I forgot.
Yeah.
And that's when Dario showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Dario, who told you that there is a subgroup in Moorhaven,
A subreddit.
a subreddit within Moorhaven, of folks who are not really down with the Lord Nettles at all. They want their freedom. They want to be their own kind of deal. and you told him that you would meet him at the Castor Manor. A little foggy on this part. I think at noon is what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I remember at least.
And then Sir Garrison and Luna gave they had a little rap battle outside. They gave opposing speeches to the people of
that's
Moorhaven about their.
That's how we should have done it.
That would have been better. Yeah, I'll edit it.
That's how. Put it in post. That's right. And that was pretty much where we left off. You guys she went back inside. You guys, I think you had actually started to make your way to. Yeah, you did. You made your way to the Castor Manor.
Yes.
You forgot that I sprouted a stump,
Oh, I did forget about the stump.
and I'm mad at you about it.
Can you go back and put that part in the recap?
Yeah.
You put it in post.
Oh, okay.
So Surag. Also, it was revealed because you saw some visions. Luna allowed you to see.
Didn't we all?
Yeah,
take a
you
little
each
dip?
took a little turn seeing the visions, and receiving communion with Lord of Nettles. And during that process, you kind of discovered that there was something that had been placed within Surag. And then during the stirring speeches / rap battle, a stump did sprout from Surag's ribcage kind of area. It was not like really a stump, but it's like a weird root
It's a
fixture
stump.
thing.
Yeah, it was
You want to be a
gross
stump? Yeah, it's a stump. You got a stump sticking out of your guts.
sounding.
Gut stump.
Right in there.
Gut
Hey.
stump is a good band name.
Gut Stump is amazing. Also, like a good ogre name or something.
Gut stump. Gut stump has a lot of. It's versatile. You can throw that on a lot of.
Wow, you can have that, listeners. That's what you can just use it.
We should rename this whole Fiends. What are we doing with this Fiends the Freylands thing? This podcast is called Gut Stump.
Gut
Honestly,
Stump.
much better.
Yeah, I agree.
I do like it.
It wouldn't make sense until
It
this
wouldn't make
episode,
it.
though, so it'd be hard.
It's the reveal.
That's how we get our listeners in.
Oh,
Where
you
do we
gotta
get
reel 'em
the
in.
gut
Yeah,
stump?
they're just holding on.
So if anything, I would have expected this to be called Critical Chow, but I am okay
agree.
with gut stump.
Critical Chow is also very
Critical
wonderful.
Chow is so good too.
agree.
Oh, so much gold. Anyway, that's where we're at, you guys. So you were just kind of chilling there. Rune was with you still. She said that she had some ideas.
Right.
You were waiting for Dario. You were discussing possibly doing some gut stump surgery on Surag of some kind.
Oh,
You did notice last time. I don't know if you guys remember this. When you kind of did your medicine check, part of it was you kind of cut some of the bark off of the gut stump, and Surag felt it as if it was part of her body. So yeah, it did a little. That's the step.
it's like clipping your nail, but you cut it a little too close.
Oh,
That's right. That's exactly how it felt, too.
Filth.
Listen, you got your guts chowed on by a baby vampire. You can't
I've
take
been
a
through a
little
lot.
nail
You've
clipping
been
on your
through
gut
so much.
stump.
Yeah,
Actually.
specifically just my
Your guts.
thorax has been through a
Your
lot.
thorax has been through it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Been through
Surag's
it.
thorax. Why are we? Do we name these episodes?
I do not.
I don't even know what we should
Fiends
call.
of the Freylands
If we were going to
episode
name them, I don't even know if this should be called gut stump or Surag's thorax.
Both wondrous names. Absolutely
Indeed.
glorious in terms of namings. Yeah,
All right.
we'll never know.
But that's where we're at. You guys are chilling outside the Castor Manor. It's about 10:15. You got a little less than 2 hours until Dario is scheduled to meet you guys, and
Can I just do another check on her just to see how bad it's gotten
a gut stump check.
from the time I recently checked it? Yeah.
Gut check.
Yeah,
Sure,
did it just pop out, or is it continuing to move?
It has not been continuing to move since the original pop during the rap battle.
Pop pop.
Oh, that's what I was going to check for.
What an
The rap
entrance, honestly.
During the pop during the rap.
Was it
battle.
during
What
a
are you
mic
talking
drop
You can
moment?
still roll if you like, but
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
I will roll.
about? Roll it. First
It's a
roll of
10.
the night.
It's a 10. Kind of what I just said. So,
medium.
yeah, it hasn't grown since then. You can tell that it's locked around her rib cage. It's grew out of her kind of very center, right in her sternum area there, where the sternum and the ribs meet. And then kind of grew out, and then kind of grew back in and wrapped itself around her bottom ribs.
It rooted.
It has not grown since it originally sprouted during the rap battle, and the little bit that you carved off during your experimentation has healed over.
Did any sap come out or anything?
No.
Is this just a cool piece? Do I have a higher AC now?
That's
You do
true.
not.
Ugh.
Darn.
Kind of
Come
think
on.
maybe it should be lower because you got things that can get hurt exposed on your.
Yes, but it also seems like if it's wood, it's tougher than my skin. I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna send a strongly worded letter to the Lord of Metals because this
that's a
sucks.
good idea.
Like if you're gonna come on, step up your.
You know, if you're wearing like a shirt or something, it's like it's gonna be tough to get that off without cutting it because it's like grown through the shirt as it like.
Whoa.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
You know, I once, this is super an aside, as a kid I grew up walking by this tree. It grew through a chain link fence, but like in the chain, like the chain link fence was inside it.
cool.
That's
you.
Surog.
That's you, Surab.
Yeah.
Wow, such a metaphor.
You are a fence. All right, I'll stop. I don't even know where I'm going with that one.
But we're glad you took us on the journey.
That's it, though. I
thank you.
ended my journey. I conclude.
Okay.
And that
wow.
concludes this journey. So yeah, what do you guys want to do for the next hour and 45 minutes or so?
I got 2 ideas.
Let's hear them.
We obviously need to handle whether you need to decide what we're gonna do with that. Stump over there,
Old Stumpy.
and we should also probably talk to Victoria. Those are kind of the 2 task items before we meet with Dario.
What is... let me get into it, Sergey.
Yeah, get into it.
There it is. You think we need to side with her, Victoria? Sorry,
Something's happened.
He's changing. Sergey is changing.
No, I just think maybe we can get some insight. Get maybe like some weaknesses, strengths on Lord Nettles, where we could find them, how to approach the battle. Or we could release and then third party them. We could release Victoria, they would battle, and then when one of them's weak, we just come in and third party, and then we could take both of them. I'd probably not do that, but just an idea. But mostly just talk to her.
It would be fun, though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a battle
Very
royale
enjoyable,
between the Lord of Nettles and Victoria.
Very entertaining. I just don't know why would she fight him. What's her
Because
purpose for it?
she thinks that she would be.
So we convince her that she'd be that we would. Yes,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But that's probably like not what we want to do. Maybe we just talk to her and see if she has any useful information for us. Because last time we talked to her, we didn't really learn anything.
But do you think that she would know? I mean, she's just been in this red glowy mirror for forever.
I mean, she's a vampire. She might be smart. I don't know.
She could have seen through the eyes of her thrall or something. I don't know how vampires work. Maybe she knows more than we are alluding to. That's true. I'm not opposed to it. She was quite amicable, from what I remember.
What if we just went and like smashed that mirror? That'd probably work, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar in the arts of the arcane.
I mean, I could probably lift it up and throw it.
Throw it.
But then we wouldn't be able to talk to her.
But like,
Maybe after.
Yeah, maybe after.
Okay.
I see,
That's
yes.
it's a good plan B if everything goes south. Sure. Why not? Well, let's go anyways to the manor and see this Dario.
Are we not here?
You're currently on like the front steps of the.
Wait, so we're just
Look,
waiting
here we are.
here,
I guess yeah.
fashionably very early. I mean,
We've
if
arrived.
we've got time, we could. I guess we could just go up there if we're already
Oh
here.
yeah, what time is it now then?
It's like now it's like 10:17.
All right, sure, why not? Let's go.
Should we deal with this first, or should we go deal with that first?
Surog, what do you... how comfortable do you feel with us meddling in there?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, well, that sounds like consent. All right. Who wants to do the honors? I'm nervous. I'm a little scared. I feel like it's going to hurt her.
Yeah, because I think we were saying we gotta like cast some heals, cut,
Ah, yeah,
cast
that's
some heals.
Yeah.
It needs to be a double...
Cut.
yeah.
Maybe like a stick between my teeth, or if you've got any whiskey or whatever foul concoction that the local folk here drink. Maybe it's like a fermented strawberry wine.
whiskey.
Honestly, if I could
cider
get,
or something.
yeah, I mean, if Surag could get lit on strawberry wine, and then I'm sure that surgery would just go swimmingly. Then,
Well, I hate to break it to you, I do not have any strawberry wine.
well, maybe our friends at the town. Anyway, whatever.
You want to
But
walk
also,
all the way back?
but maybe I'll just have a stick in my mouth or like a rock.
You maybe just put the thing in your chest into your mouth.
Take a piece of bark off your gut.
Ew, so
and
I'm just
bite on
like
the
chewing on myself.
You're the one who said put a stick in your mouth. You got to be more careful with these
Okay,
things
but
now that you're
that's
part stick.
very
What, are you a
different.
cannibal now?
Here,
Switch
cut off
right
my
to
arm.
cannibal.
I'll put it in my mouth. Okay, well,
I'm sure we can find something. I'll look around for a piece of stick wood.
I mean,
You
how
are in a forest.
I'd still look for a suitable sized piece.
Roll an investigation
Yes,
check.
I just want to roll. You know me. Whoa, that sounded nice. Okay, it's not a natural one, so that's good. It's like 7.
You can find a stick.
Thank goodness.
You find a stick. The DC was like 3.
Yeah, I did it. I could have rolled under that, but
That's true.
all right. I give it to you.
Thanks.
Is this going to suffice?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, like, does it work in your mouth? Is it big? Can you bite it? All right, wonderful. That was a good chomp
was
sound.
really
by the way.
good.
Wow.
All the listeners know exactly what just happened.
All right. Would you like to begin cutting, or and I heal?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah,
maybe
we can switch off. I'll start cutting.
Okay.
What
I'll
do
get
I
ready.
roll to cut?
Great.
Can I just do
question.
medicine check?
Yes, but I'm gonna say instead of your wisdom, it's gonna be your dexterity. So
I'm just gonna like take off my wolf cloak and lay it down, then lay on top of that.
Okay.
are you
whatever
so
makes
are you
you
proficient
comfy?
in medicine?
Yep.
So just add your proficiency bonus to your dexterity.
Dex. Okay.
Maybe the castors have some really fancy wine in their cupboard. I mean,
Yeah.
at least to clean the wound.
I'll go look for it quick.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, no.
because I don't want to like
11.
Yeah, that's enough. You can find like if you head to like their
strawberry wine.
That's all they
you
have.
absolutely find some strawberry based vodka. And wine. I don't know. There's more wine than vodka. That actually makes a lot more sense.
I got
but,
some heavy stuff.
but there's both.
Whatever you. Which one would you like, Sorok? We have options here.
We'll just bring them both.
I'll do a little mix of both.
You did do a little
I do a little
alchemy.
A little alchemy. Yeah, pass it over.
I just meant like bring both
That's
bottles.
hilarious. I mix them into one.
Perfect. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Do you like chug a bunch of?
Yeah, I'll drink some and then we'll leave some to like pour on to like like
Nice.
so I don't get an infection.
It's unsettling the flavor, but it numbs you out a little bit. You're pretty constitution heavy though, so it's like it's
So
Are
confident.
you gonna rage?
I guess it would be like every reaction. You'd have to.
Well, I would be
taking.
taking damage, so I could rage,
true.
and I would
Good.
only take half.
it's true.
It's true.
Well-
I don't know how this works. Like, mechanically, is it?
That's
like,
true,
Do you
like
have to get to 0? Are we just prolonging it? You know what I mean? Like, if we just knock you out. I wonder if that's easier. We don't know though. Don't even tell me, DM. Don't even look at me right now.
I will look away.
Thank you. I don't know.
So
But
what are you
anyways,
gonna do?
let's try rage. I think
Yeah.
rage is probably a better idea.
Okay.
All right.
So you're gonna rage?
Yeah, I'll put the stick in my mouth and be like,
I pull out my little
"I'm
dagger.
not a dog."
I'll like wipe off some of the blood,
Zombie
ew.
blood and
I
stuff.
mean,
yeah.
I literally
Oh.
grabbed alcohol.
and then I'll like pour
Sanitizer,
some
yeah, there you
alcohol
go.
on it. I'll cast like a sacred flames, like
Sacred flame on it. Divine purification.
yeah. And I'm like not sure if it's gonna work, but I'll like cast
Divine
sacred
gut
flame.
Yes, call some like divine light down on it to purify it. Love it.
Incredible.
That
You're
doesn't
basically
purify it.
microwaving it.
A holy microwave.
Yeah.
Wait, is Rune there?
Rune's here. She's just chilling.
We're like,
She's like, wow, this is something else. I haven't seen this one before.
do you know anything about surgery? I say with a stick in my mouth.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask her quick.
I
Do you
know,
suggest anything?
A little bit, not a whole lot. I feel like you've kind of got the gist of it there.
She's
So
so
good.
Can
useless.
we have an assistance from you?
Yeah, I can help you out with that. I'm sort of,
Is that fine
I'm
to
trained
do that?
in
Oh.
things like that.
She's-
So she'll assist you.
For advantage?
Maybe
Okay,
she
and I
should
also
do
cast
this.
guidance on myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You can do that.
And I roll a 24.
Woo! Okay. What is your dexterity?
Dexterity,
You
just
know what? It's okay, actually. This makes a lot more sense. So you would take 4 points of damage, which is not very much from that, but it's halved because you raged.
I take it all. I use my my divine allegiance. As a
right.
reaction, I take. How many times can I do that? Actually, hold on. I'm not gonna do it on 4.
Well, I'm gonna say for this one, because like when you're taking the damage, you're like taking the wound, and the whole point is to like
I thought that's how it might work.
to cut her. You know what I mean? So you like if you take the damage,
That's true.
The knife just
the knife
slips and
goes-
stabs you.
the knife's just gonna like go through her and not leave a wound, and you'll get wounded instead.
I don't take it.
That's okay.
Yeah, we actually want to cut her.
in this
fair.
instance, yeah. So you cut through it, and like it's a really good medicine check, and like you're cutting through it, and you're able to kind of like cut a lot of it off, and it hurts. It does hurt a lot, Surog, but you're freaking beefy.
I'm wasted on strawberry
she's-
wine.
And you have had so much strawberry juice. You're
Is it just
sloshed.
strawberry juice?
No, it's stronger
okay.
than that. The vodka in particular is pretty potent. But like as you're kind of cutting into it, you are kind of able to like cut a lot of it off. And if you want, like you can even like kind of like free it from her like shirt, like get this growth off of her. But you can tell kind of the deeper you go that like this is like rooted like deep in like her like heart. Do you know what I mean? And you also are getting the sense more and more kind of as you're cutting that like it's like alive. Do you know what I mean? It's not like moving. It's not like it's not Stranger Things vine moving around or anything. But like this is like living wood, and whatever's been like kind of like seeded within her heart, within like her chest cavity is like it's gonna take more than just like surgery to get it out.
Guys, we need to take her heart out.
But you can get the like growth thing off if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get that.
Well, yeah, for sure I'll get that off.
There.
You are growth free, but you do have like a weird like little like kind of like like right in like that spot where your sternum and your ribs kind of meet. There's like a hole kind of, but it's just like wood. You have like almost like a
You like a
cork.
wood belly button or a cork?
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. It's like maybe
Iron
like
Man. That's what it is.
yeah, it's reminiscent of the arc or the what is it, the arc reactor? What is it called? What is that thing?
Yeah.
called? The Iron Man thing. It's not a Tesseract.
That's not it.
You got a little Iron Man thing, but it's made of wood,
Perfect.
and it's Lord of Nettles juiced.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yum.
But you got the growth thing off. You know that it's going to take some sort of like magic or like, curse removal or something like that to get it away.
Remove
I don't
curse.
have it.
If there was a spell like that, I don't know.
Whoa.
I only have blast.
Only a blast.
Blast.
I have bestow curse. That's,
Bestow a curse on her to make like the curse is that she can never have the Lord of Nettles bark on her.
honestly, bestow curse. I can make it up with the DM whatever I want.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I want to curse Surog.
To never
To
be influenced
never
by
be-
Lord of Nettles.
How serious are you right now? Because with some creativity, we could work on. We could work on something.
While you guys start out, I'm just gonna like carve like a face into the
A little smiley
a
face.
little smiley face into
I-
my cork.
I go up and I carve G and plus M.
Wait, hold on.
And I
think
draw a heart
can
around it.
actually get
I love
remove
it.
curse.
Wait, what is that? G plus M.
You don't know who M is?
Gigan plus
Gigan.
Garrison.
Yeah, I guess.
Plus
plus
Mort.
Mort.
Come
it's
on.
not Mort.
Okay,
Wait,
but it's Mort.
I can
Mort.
I
That's
can
not even his real name.
cast remove curse.
You have it prepared?
That's
No,
what
but
it
like
is.
I guess I wouldn't know.
Yeah, whatever you have prepared at the start of this
morning-
day. Yeah,
Yeah, this
You
morning
can do it
because this
tomorrow.
didn't happen until after.
it didn't. Yeah, that's true. So
Because I was trying to see if there's a way that I would have seen this and been like, oh, I should prepare this. Almost like, like the Blades in the Dark thing, like going back in time.
well,
But this is,
yeah,
this
that's
happened
true.
after.
Yeah, it happened in the morning that it spread.
So
like
I
this.
wouldn't even know. So I could probably, I'll say, if you give me one more day, I might be able to fix this.
One more dawn, one more day.
One day more.
One more dawn. I'll lay on hands and give you 2 hit points back.
Thanks.
Top you up.
So it's all removed.
I'm pretty kind. Like
Do I need to do another check?
'Cause you got a little wood cork thing. Yeah, sure. Roll out a medicine check just to like give it a peeky peek.
And I'm getting advantage from Maroon. Maroon's helping me.
Sure.
Oh, Rudy. 15.
15. As you look, yeah, she's just kind of the cork thing left some weird wounds that like are along her ribs where it was digging in again there, but you kind of got the worst of the wood out of those wounds. All that's really left is her little Iron Man thing.
I'm gonna pour some alcohol on it just to like
The smell of strawberries fills the air.
Oh,
It hurts.
delicious. Oh, okay.
Nice. All right.
Strawberries
So-
and stump.
We got that out of the way for now. We'll keep a
Cool.
close eye on it, see if it grows.
Thanks, guys.
Should we go talk to Victoria?
I think we should. Yes, let's go.
All right.
We ascend.
Ascend.
And watch for traps. while we're
Beautiful.
there.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
say at
that's
this
fair.
point, you've figured out the trap. You can kind of like wave your hand in front of it,
Oh,
make it
yeah.
go off, and then like move by it while it resets. You figured it out. I'm not gonna make you guys roll.
We don't know how to disarm, but we know how to just like
Yes.
trigger it and then walk by it. Yeah,
Way to
Precisely.
go,
that sounds about like us. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's your style.
That's it.
So yeah, you guys are able to make your way back through the manor, the Castor Manor, up to the turret,
Tourette's.
where you can see that weird mirror.
What do we see?
Scrappy Doo is gone, as you might have imagined. She's not like standing right at the mirror, but you can see her kind of like in the background. Do you enter the room?
Always there. That's so weird. Yeah.
What does her room look like in there?
It's like
It's not a reflection of our room.
no,
right?
it's definitely not. No, it's not. This is not like a mirror. You know what I mean? It's like a kind of like a portal, but like obviously it blocks her. You know what I mean? Almost like a window, I guess, to wherever she is. It's a very weird kind of like nondescript room, and it's hard to tell. It's honestly a little bit hard to tell because it's like a little bit like it's not totally translucent. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a little bit. There's a little bit of opaque kind of like redness to a film, if you will, over this window into her world, and everything's kind of red, and you can tell that if there's like it looks like there are maybe some like kind of like things that you could sit on. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily chairs, but like bumps on the ground or whatever. Like I'm not describing that well. Like raised
things?
areas,
Okay.
yeah. But it's tough to make out the details of them because the color of it matches so well to like the background, whatever it is. If it's a wall that's far back, or the sky, maybe like it looks like it's far back if it's a wall. Hard to tell if it's like a room, but the floor, these raised areas, the ceiling or wall or whatever is like the background to her. It's all the same color, and it's the same color again as the kind of tint on the window that you're looking through. So it's very kind of like disorienting and really hard to tell what the room looks like, what the features of it are.
Okay, interesting.
But you can see her a little ways back as like a kind of a dark figure who's not like purely red, although she's like red tinted by the filter, if you will.
Sepia.
Do you enter the room and head up to the mirror, the window?
I guess we do. But before we get up into there, I just want to be like, hey, you guys, do you think, are any of you guys trained in Arcana at all? Is there a way to check this mirror? I'm worried that, is this going to be like, if we break it, she's free?
I don't even know what we want from her or what we're.
I mean, like the mirror itself, like, is there a way to...
I can look at it and see if I can discern anything
Okay.
cool.
All right, that's a start. Okay.
Okay, I'll do an Arcana check.
Okay, are you going up to it?
As
Or
we
like,
go up. Well, I'll go up, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of go up to it, she seems to like see you and start to make her way over. You definitely have time to like do a little check before she like gets right up to it.
17.
17. It is definitely like a weird, like it's pretty advanced magic, and you're not like really like you're not a wizard. You're not an arcane caster.
This is true.
You know a little bit, and especially because this looks like it's kind of like it's a doorway, to a demiplane, and it kind of looks like when you're looking at like the runes and stuff on the edges of this like mirror. It looks like it's not necessarily connected directly and only to this particular plane. It looks like the Castors may have used this to like look into and communicate with multiple other planes of existence.
Ooh,
An
wow.
interview room.
If you recall in their notes, they were like picking candidates. Do you know what I mean?
Not job hunting.
Yeah.
The opposite.
The opposite. Hiring.
Hiring. They were hiring.
Hiring.
Recruiting.
That's right. Recruiting. That's right. So it looks like this somehow can be used to kind of like look into and communicate with creatures from these different planes of existence or who are in these places. It looks like it has the potential to be like a door, like a portal. And you're not really sure how to switch that off or change it. you can figure these things out, but you don't know how to use it.
Did we notice any other notes that when we were looking through the Castor Manor? Did they not have anything
about how to use it?
Yeah.
You didn't find anything when you looked before. You can look around again if you want to try to figure something out.
I do want to find notes on that. I just suck at it. But I do, can I?
I can look at you and say, I believe in you, Sir Garrison. I know you've grown old, but you have vigor.
Thank
and
you.
I'll guide you.
Thank you.
I forgot I had guidance this whole game.
Mort will assist you. Yes, and Mort will assist you as well.
Mort assist me too.
Wait, he's here. I forgot.
His name's Octavius.
Octavius. We really gotta.
Classic mix-up.
Is he permanently get big now?
Yeah,
big boy?
he aged. So he's he's a man now.
Did he age 10 years or 5 years? I can't remember.
10 years.
I forgot he aged from the ghost.
13.
And it looks good on him.
That's with guidance and advantage.
You aren't really able to find you're able to find more kind of more of the same sort of thing, but
yeah.
And you find some other weird tomes and stuff in other languages sometimes or on different topics, but nothing particular to how to work this contraption.
Worries. Don't need to know.
Are we wanting to let her out so she'll kill the Lord of Nettles?
She's kind of walked up to the thing now and is kind of looking at you guys.
Oh, hello.
Let her out so she can kill her.
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Hi.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Jeez, so polite all the time.
I had assumed that you would not be returning.
Well, we said we would, didn't we?
I suppose.
Did we? We did. I do have to confess something. We did dispatch your servant. By the way, I think it's important to be forthright and
I had
honest.
Gathered that as when she left this place, Alba was less than pleased, I could tell, and therefore your return here indicates that you were the survivor of the ensuing meeting.
We also killed Scrappy Doo.
This I gathered.
That actually was the one I was referring to. I forgot about the ghost
as well.
But yes, okay.
And the baby is gone too.
Yeah, and the baby, that's right. The whole family really is just all dead.
You have thoroughly reduced my influence and forces.
To be fair, not for lack of trying. I mean, it was just unfortunate circumstance, really. In fact, we didn't even know they had ties to you. We didn't even know you existed.
And we did try to run away from
It's true, we did.
Yes.
Scrappy.
More self-defense, if anything.
Exactly.
Why have you come here?
So, yes, we have come to seek your advice and counsel and wisdom. You've heard of the Lord of Nettles, correct? We talked about this fellow before.
We have.
What our plan is to dispatch of this evil. Got any tips? Specifically, weaknesses, strengths, any advice?
May I be frank?
Yes, that would be great.
I have some knowledge. However, I have very little motivation to assist you. Perhaps a deal could be struck.
Well, I'm assuming you also would like to rid this world of the Lord of Nettles. Am I wrong in that?
My desire is to be free.
Mm-hmm.
And it would suit my purposes to have a measure of rule over Moorhaven. However, the Lord of Nettles poses no personal threat to me.
Interesting. So you're saying you're stronger than the Lord of Nettles, if I could put it bluntly?
To put it bluntly, with my strength such diminished such as it has been, by your efforts, I feel that I am no longer sufficiently strong on my own to destroy him.
You were beefed up by the Castor family?
They would have provided necessary aid, as well as the thralls that I had in the graveyard. However, if it is your desire to destroy this Lord of Nettles, perhaps with your aid, that strength can be made up, and he can be defeated. We could work together.
Yeah, I don't like that.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
It definitely does, and I also think. Okay, excuse me. Can we just take one moment to talk amongst ourselves?
If I may, what is your plan at present?
Oh yes, exactly. That is what we need to discuss. I think right now, if you don't mind. Can we just shimmy down a little ways down the stairs?
But not to the...
Not to the trap. I don't want to get shot. I've been shot too many times. Okay, first of all,
Maybe she'll still be able to hear us. I want to no.
that's a good point. Okay,
Is there like a rug on the floor?
Yes.
Can
in the like study area, yeah, there's a rug.
Can I like pick it up and try to like throw it over the portal?
Over the portal?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can do that.
Okay, I do it.
It's a little demeaning, but yeah.
Well, she could read our lips, maybe.
very good point. I assumed we were down the stairs a little ways.
Oh, okay, well,
Out of sight.
I still do it anyway.
That's you do it anyway.
Gotta keep her in her place, right?
It's true, and also we need to whisper like this very quietly. Okay, but for real though, I think here's my train of thought. Maybe we do allow her to assist us, and then when she is injured after the fight, we swing in, we make our move, and we.
Hence my third party analogy there.
But if she'll get stronger by either using us or other people, and maybe we won't be able to kill her if...
Yeah, because we'll be weak too if we're joining in with her.
Yeah,
we pull
or
our
she
punches a little bit on the Lord of Nettles and step back a little bit, you know,
we could just let her out and then...
and kill her
Yeah,
right now.
maybe.
But I feel like that's risky though, and we should just keep her in there.
Okay,
We
but...
may as well use her to fight the Lord of Nettles.
Okay,
if
but
we
letting her out to strengthen herself isn't risky.
Yeah, I don't like that either. No.
No, I think we should just keep her in.
We could just leave her with the rug there. and
I
then
thought
just go
maybe she would
back.
tell us something, but she's obviously not wanting to
It's
review anything without
true.
getting
Honestly,
something out of it.
I think you're right. I think it's just going to create more of a headache on this poor, desolate, small, puny village
We
of
can go.
minor import.
We can go
that I have been
outside.
tasked to guard and protect.
I'll start like howling, kind of like Lord of Nettles, beating my stump plug thing, try to attract
Terrible
it.
image. Never do that
My
again.
stump plug.
Cork. I don't know, whatever
It's
needs to be
true,
done
I-
to lure it. I mean, clearly it's watching us.
I know, but it's so evasive.
Or we could just skip town.
Just leave. Call it quits.
Call it quits. But maybe we should listen to this Dario guy.
I'm
We
gonna
definitely have to talk
just
to
quickly
Dario,
look out
that's
the
right.
window and see if I see like a bird watching us.
Roll a perception check. Disadvantage because of all the misty fog.
Misty fog.
So foggy up in this
That's
business.
so bad.
Guy.
Okay. Sure,
Yeah.
yes, you may guide
The
yourself.
the post-mortem guidance. There was a D4 out of
12. That's not that. I rolled a 3, but I got a 12.
Yeah, well, we cheated. First of all, but
you
all right.
did cheat a little bit, but it's okay. 12's not that high, but it's not that low either.
Or do I hear any, or
You
like...
can see, like,
Smell it.
in one of the nearby trees, you can see a raven just kind of like sitting there.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast like Sacred Flame on the
That was
bird.
pretty good, John.
And I've been practicing my raves.
You just cast Sacred Flame on the bird?
Yeah.
All right, it makes a dexterity saving throw. Natural
I'm-
20,
I'm-
it gets away.
Oh, that bird.
Does it flip you the bird as it flies away?
It poops as it flies away.
There's no like damage, like half damage on
No.
that, is there?
No, it's a
okay.
cantrip.
Oh, it's yeah. All right, that was just me being paranoid and being like, the Lord of Nettles is watching us.
Well,
He's
you
watching
feel
you.
even more paranoid now and confident that he is watching you.
Nice.
Okay, so hold on. So we could just leave Victoria here in her mere world.
What if we made it sound like we were going to make a deal with this vampire to get the Lord of Nettles all mad, then we'll be like, wait, we gotta go get something, and then go out, and then just to like try to lure it in, but we don't actually let her out.
That's an interesting plan.
Well, I think she's gonna have to come out in order to lure him. I don't think he's gonna believe
We
it.
could.
We can try.
We could. I'll take the rug off.
Okay.
We'll leave and we'll talk amicably of our soon-to-be deal with this vampire. I don't know, guys. I'm doing my best over
it's
here.
tricky, right?
It's been a really rough morning.
We could also just wait an hour for Dario. You did have also a tree growing out of your.
I'm also
sternum.
half drunk on strawberry
Oh,
wine.
yeah, that's true too. That's a good point.
And if we get the Lord of Nettles here right now, it's just gonna kill Dario, like,
That's true.
because he's like coming here
He's only
soon.
got one finger left, I think, at this point. Poor lad.
Poor lad.
I forget how many he's got, but it's not a lot,
I
guys.
think
Not
it
a
was
lot.
like one or two.
He
actually.
can like hold stuff.
He can
All
pick
right.
up a strawberry
like,
if it's on the
with two
ground.
Yeah, he can
hands.
pick up a
Two each.
strawberry. He can pick up a sword. He's like, all right, he's not useless. He's brave Dario, the leader of the revolution. Come on, don't diminish
He
his.
can be as brave as he wants to be, man. No, he doesn't have a lot of fingers. I'm telling you that
it
right
just comes down to digits, eh?
now. That's how I judge.
I'll ask Rune if she has any advice,
I
tips. What do you
have
know?
a thought. Something that came up during your conversation with Luna there.
Well, you waited this long to
Well,
tell
I
us.
don't want to interrupt. I mean, you're doing important stuff. We were doing surgery there for a minute. She brought up that the Lord of Nettles can be anywhere. So how are you going to, find him? How are you going to make him go into one spot?
Stab him.
Even if you're fighting him, even if you manage to do that, what's to, stop him from just being somewhere else after you defeated whatever you fight?
So you think we should let out this vampire and let her take care of it?
Well, that's a bit scary too, isn't it? But
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure.
I have ways of making him stay near me. I don't know if you noticed, but that ghost did not leave my presence. last
Much to
time.
her chagrin.
that's fair.
But if he's somehow, what's the word? Octavius. Omnipresent? Is that the word? Yes, omnipresent. Then I don't know. He just inhabits the body here or there, and then when it dies, he's somewhere else? I don't know. It's a very good point. I don't know.
That's all I'm worried about.
But this thing's got to have like some sort of what's the word? Like nest somewhere where like
Lair.
somewhere where like its hive mind has its little
Node.
no. Took the word right out of my
Thank you.
mouth.
Just a big old node? Maybe.
The
It's
node
possible,
of nettles.
The node.
The node of
That's
metals.
what
I
we
like
need to
kind of like
find.
that actually. Yeah.
To slay it. Pierce its heart. Well, I think we need to. I see no other way other than to first we wait for Dario. Okay. Then, if that doesn't work, if he has no idea, then we have to use this Victoria vampire lady. I don't know what else to do. I have no other option. We use her until she figures out how to find him, and then, yeah, maybe we kill them, maybe we don't. We run away. I don't know. At that point, what else can we do?
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
What time is it, DM?
Yeah.
It's like 11:30 now. I feel like that
Nice.
went a little fast, but
We
you guys can time skip to noon if you'd like
how
to.
much time is on the clock?
Wait.
Because we've been talking that long. Okay.
I'll go and I'll take the rug off.
All right.
That's true. Don't burn all the bridges so fast.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
I mean, you'd do the same thing if you were in our position.
I think you judge me too harshly.
Okay, well. I lay it out nicely on the floor.
Oh, that's nice. It's her only view. Like, it's nice to keep it tidy for sure. I wonder if she's in some prison.
What?
She's on a
Probably.
plane for sure.
Have you
Oh, are we still
discussed?
here?
I
I guess we're all here.
I don't think we want to tell her right now.
We are waiting for an informant to come and arrive soon, and then we will talk to him, and then we will deduce what the course of action is. Do not fret, dear Victoria. We will be back shortly.
I await your return with bated breath.
Wondrous. Well, time to move down the stairs.
Don't go away now.
Very clever.
It's humor. This is a joke. That's funny.
As we go down we're going on the stairs, right?
Yeah. it was
Okay.
like-
As we go down the stairs, I'll suggest.
Do you disarm the trap, or do you?
No, we walk.
We-
into it.
You walk through it.
Yes, we'll wait for it. We'll trigger it however we want to get around it without taking damage.
Okay.
What if I do a little magic
Magic.
to
Magic.
locate a creature?
Oh, hold on. Giggin, are you telling me you have an ability to find a creature that you've been withholding from us for so long? Is that true?
Just this morning, I kind of felt like I could do it. Like just last night, that's when you leveled up, right?
To be fair, I also feel quite bolstered from that sleep. I don't know.
It was a good sleep.
It's a very good nap.
Yeah, honestly, my guts were spilling out yesterday.
Yeah. So I feel like I could do it, but I just don't know if it would help. I don't know if I would just sense this creature to be everywhere in existence,
That's possible. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know.
or if it's like right outside the door.
Maybe we can find its node if we
It's
do that.
Giant node.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Whoosh, slap you on the back. Good one, Giggin. I think this is wonderful. This is a step in the right direction, if anything.
Okay. I cast locate creature.
Beautiful.
Locate Lord of Nettles.
Okay, Lord of Nettles. Navigating.
Alright.
Navigating.
I'm going to float up and hold my shield, and just kind of I'll make a hum noise
Yeah,
out of my mouth.
beautiful.
Like-
As opposed to where?
He's just like a fart, but it's just like.
But I do it to look more cool because I've never done this before. So I'm I'm cool, guys.
yeah. But you are cool, man. You look super tight.
And then I'll cast locate creature. Yeah.
Okay, you guys watch this and you're like, okay, Gigan, it's kind of weird. And then suddenly, Gigan's eyes are closed and suddenly they flash open and they're just pure glowing white. And Gigan, you get a vision. And you, again, your consciousness it's very reminiscent actually of getting the vision from the Lord of Nettles through
That's kinda
Luna.
scary.
But a little more holy, you know what I mean? Rather than it being a rushing, horrifying thing, it's you're floating with a graceful, a fluid movement through the air, and you kind of just glide through the woods a little bit until you arrive at a wolf, just a regular wolf surrounded by some other wolves, and the wolf kind of is just lying down, and then it looks up at the direction of where your vision is coming from, and its eyes are glowing golden, and then suddenly they go out, and instead your vision glides through the woods again to it's like a bramble bush, and it's kind of near to the entrance of the Castor Manor, and you see a pair of eyes kind of light up from within the bush. It's hard to tell if it's just in the air there or on one of the branches. Kind of looks towards the Castor Manor, looks at you. And
Wait,
then...
can you see yourself through this thing's eyes?
No. So you are not seeing.
He's not seeing through the eyes.
You are not seeing through the eyes of the Lord of Nettles. Wherever the Lord of Nettles seems to be going, your
Right.
vision,
I'm
your
attracted
spell
to it.
seems to be adjusting.
And it can see me.
It seems to be able to see you.
Currently?
But we
It
don't
seems
know
to be
anything.
able
We're
to
just
see
standing there.
your-
It's true. We're just
watching
your
his white
consciousness
eyes.
and
Yeah.
be able to tell where the sensor of your spell is. Again, it kind of moves again, and you see back in the eyes of that raven who has
Right.
flown back to its perch.
So I'm
You
gonna.
adjust.
So it's up to an hour that I can do that.
Whoa, that's a long
Um,
time. You can just hold it for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it like that.
Wait, can he still see with his normal eyes? Or is he in a trance or
I
something?
think you're in a trance. What does the spell say?
What's it say? Read it, bruv.
Because you might be able to actually do your thing while this is happening.
I think you might just get a sense of where it is. Is it a vision like that? I don't remember.
No, I don't think it is.
No,
actually,
it's not.
I like the flavor though.
it was
cool.
pure flavor, but it was
The theme
cool.
was tight.
But I don't think that's how it works actually. But that's
It does in the Freylands.
it does for this moment.
The foggy Freylands really messes
The
with
foggy
everything.
Freylands.
Yeah, messes with all the spells up.
It doesn't say whether I can see or not. I think that whole vision thing is just something that you
I
made
think
up.
I just
Well,
made
is
that
it
up.
an
So-
action?
But hold
It's just
on,
an
Yeah,
action.
it's
because
one
I'm pretty
action,
sure.
And it lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you can still. I mean, like, I'm not the DM. I'm not the dungeon master. I'm not in
I
charge
think.
of
I
this
mean,
thing.
if we're including this as flavor, maybe I can go in and out for an hour.
That's a fun way to do it.
So I can go out, tell you guys what's happening, and then go back in.
I'm gonna say at this point, you kind of like open your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and your vision kind of goes back to normal. You're floating there normally, and you can't see this like vision. There's no like sensor, pinpointing where he is, but you can sense the direction that he is. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Um,
So the vision still happened.
the vision happened. Yes,
Right.
absolutely. But at this point now, you're like
In normal.
you're in normal mode, but like
Radar
for the next
mode.
hour, you're able to kind of like feel like there's a sense of which direction he's in. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a radar going.
And
beep.
while that's happening, like for the next couple minutes, you can sense that. Can you sense distance? I think you can sense.
I know the direction of
The
its
direction.
movement.
It's not like a shrine will be like, look.
No, not quite like that. Yeah, no. So you can't.
You just know the direction. Well, that's not very helpful. It could be thousands of kilometers away.
But
It's
there's a radius.
within 1,000 feet.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous. It could be up to 1,000 feet away.
So as you're kind of like doing this for the next little while, you can't tell exactly how far it is, but you can sense that it's like moving. Do you know? Like not, and I don't mean that it's like
Jumps around.
like moving, but like the direction like suddenly changes.
Right.
Um,
Ugh, he's tricky.
But it's not like staying right out front though.
no. Well,
For just a little bit, it did.
it did for a little bit. It looked at you from at least 2 vantage points out front.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just like popping around, getting all angles on the manor. You know what I mean?
He knows about us now. He knows us.
Well, he's known from the beginning, to be fair.
He knows us from the
Yeah,
beginning.
he sent the tree at us.
Yeah,
An infected Surog.
Yeah, that's right.
For a split second, because most of them are kind of coming from like the direction of the entrance of the manor.
Mm-hmm.
For a split second, you feel the presence shift to the direction that Surog is, like to your like side, and then go away.
You're a little barky belly.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'll keep that up and for the next hour and see if
Do I notice anything different?
Oh yeah.
You don't feel anything.
Oh, not a little tickle or anything.
at any
Tummy tickle?
moment do I get any sort of like nest feeling, like any sort of like this feels stronger than all the other ones.
No.
But I mean, it could just have been something in my direction. Like maybe it was like the worm behind.
Yeah, probably the worm that was kind of just like at her feet there.
Or like,
I'm sure that's what it was.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the growth.
Oh yeah, I'll relay all this information to you guys and say.
like a drum.
Well, that wasn't too helpful, guys. Obviously, he's everywhere at once,
Well, that's not. Is that true?
omnipresent. Yeah. Well, I mean,
At once?
not at once, but
Ah.
almost at once.
Well, he can shift around. That's. I'm sure we can do something about that. I'm sure I could lock him in a spot. I don't know. I don't know what happens if we kill the host that he's in. Does that stop him, or does it just
doubt
mean
it.
he bounces?
I doubt it doesn't kill him. Yeah, 'cause that's tricky.
All right.
Maybe our friend Dario will know.
If only Dario was here.
Are you here? Hello.
Dario.
Okay, there he is. He kind of like cautiously peeks through the front entrance of the manor.
Welcome.
Oh, good, you have arrived. I wasn't sure if you would really come. I mean, it seemed. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be here. Kind of.
So, I mean, what's your plan?
Oh, well, actually, we thought you'd answer that for us. Wait, how many of there are you?
There are. It's a little bit of a complicated question. There are a number of us. There are probably about 30 people that are interested in getting away from this place, who don't want to be under the thumb of the Lord of Nettles anymore.
30 out of...
Perhaps 100.
Oh, okay.
And perhaps there are others with those sentiments, but they are afraid to say anything. The problem is, among us, there are many who are too young or too weak or missing too many fingers to really be effective in any sort of fight that might ensue, if you understand what I mean. The sentiment is there for all of these people, but as far as their capacity in the fight, I don't know if everyone can bring what you need to the table, with whatever it is you need.
Is Dario missing fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
He has enough fingers on both hands to like hold an axe and help you fight, if that's what you're asking.
No, that's absolutely not what I'm asking.
What are you asking?
What I'm wondering, I was going to ask if, like, Dario, when you go and I'm assuming cut your fingers off, do you go to the same place every time? Like, walk us through this whole finger sacrifice thing.
Please inform us of this, because it's quite confusing. And also, if you don't mind,
Because we want to find, like, does the Lord Nettles have, like, a nest
true.
somewhere?
does he nibble them off?
A nest? No, well, there is a spot that we usually go to. Typically, if you have done something that the Lord of Nettles demands that you pay for, he will tell his chosen one. So he will tell Sasha. I suppose now he will tell Luna. And he will communicate that through a vision. You will be taken to the center of Moorhaven, and you must make your sacrifice. You have to cut your finger off in the center of the town for anybody who wants to watch to see.
In the center of the town.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bit of a grisly ritual. And then you have to take it to the woods and leave it there. And there's not, I don't know if it's the center of his power, but the fingers are not there anymore the next time that people go. But there's a spot that we go to often because it's the closest edge of where the forest and the town meet. We don't have to go too far in the forest. We don't have to worry about getting attacked by animals or something.
So, all right. Well,
I'll explain to him like the whole he's everywhere at once kind of thing.
Yes, this seems to be true. Yes, I was hoping that you had some sort of plan to deal with this. As far as I know, as far as I understand, the way that I was raised was to believe that the Lord of Nettles is everywhere within the Freylands, and that he can always see what you're doing, and that's how he knows that you've displeased him.
is there a way that has he ever manifested himself in anything other than animals and people? Like, is he just sort of? Have you ever seen the Lord of Nettles, for example?
He's not manifested himself to me. I don't know about Sasha, but for me, I've only ever seen.
He does not appear anywhere. He's sort of just is
The only way that
in
I
the
have
woods.
ever seen him is, well, perhaps you've seen it yourselves in the few days you've been here. I see sometimes strange eyes or strange
yes.
coloration in the eyes of animals that we see in the neighborhood.
What kind of things makes him want to sacrifice?
Oh, that's right. What are his rules?
Yeah.
And how do we break them?
They are a bit difficult to pin down because that's part of the problem. Is you kind of have to guess what he's going to like and what he's not going to like.
Okay, but why did you have to cut off your fingers?
Which one?
All of them.
Well,
Start with the left index.
I have that one.
Certainly. The left index.
In the past, when I was young, I had a friend who I was interested in. As more than just friends. We went out to the woods, and while we were there, there was a bird watching us, and we didn't like it, so we killed it. And I guess he didn't like that, or maybe it was the fact that we were sneaking out. Although I have my suspicions it was more to do with killing the bird.
Okay, next time.
The next time,
Right ring finger. How about that one?
my right ring finger. Oh, that was a bad one. No.
Sounds like we're playing Twister.
With that one, it was about the strawberries. I wasted the strawberries, so I did not harvest them fast enough, and they went overripe, and some of our crops were wasted. And so I had to lose a finger.
Wow.
And another time, this one is important, I suppose, is somebody came to Moorhaven, an outsider like yourselves. This was a number of years ago, when I was very small. This is when I was maybe 8 years old. I told them about the Lord of the Nettles. They asked me about this place, and I told them about the Lord of the Nettles. And I don't think he liked that I told outsiders about our ruler. The person left. I don't know what happened to them, but I had to cut off my finger the next day.
Has there ever been an insurrection? Have you guys ever tried to rise up? Ever? Like, I feel like I would be doing that every day.
People that speak out against it have usually been kind of put down, but have been gifted with abilities and powers by the Lord of the Nettles.
Are there any left?
Yes.
Because as you know,
I know
you've,
Luna. Luna is
dispatched.
back. Luna is alive.
Is Luna a werewolf?
Yes. You knew this. You
Yeah, we
fought her
fought
as a
her.
werewolf.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, and she'd be like,
we didn't kill her.
Yeah, we didn't kill her at the
Because
end.
you needed information.
I tried to remember because you tried to kill her. I think.
I'm pretty sure you did try to kill her. Yeah.
In fact, maybe you did.
That would be on brand. Apart from her, no, none of the people who have been the Nettle blessed for my entire life have. They're all gone. You killed them, quite publicly, I might add, which was, I think, a good thing for our purposes.
That's why we left the bodies.
I would say,
Purpose.
however, that if I understand the pattern of the Lord of Nettles, he will call new followers.
Any idea how that works? How does he call new ones? Is it?
I don't know. He is.
How does it work? Yeah.
Well, he is within the Nettle blessed in a way that he is not within the rest of us.
Okay, so how does one become nettle blessed?
I don't know. I have always been a troublemaker. They've never taken me close to their order.
Wait a minute. I look at Surag. Are you nettle blessed now? Maybe that's how, huh? That's a terrifying thought.
Yeah, have you ever seen one of these? And I'm like, lift up my shirt and expose my cork.
I have not seen that before, although it looks great.
Looks great.
I would assume, well, the Nettle blessed seem to be happy in their role. It's like they've been chosen. They strive to become like that. You know what I mean? Whatever, if the Lord of Nettles is inside of you, that is something different.
So
Well, unless you secretly, follow him. But the sense that I'm getting is that if he's within you, it's not what you want.
No, I did not consent. Thanks, Dario.
So in that case, I would assume this is something different because
Okay, so the nettle blessed desire it.
they
And
seem
then
to.
it's
Yes,
like a
they
gift to them.
they revel in their.
What if there are no
Power.
desire? What if there are no people that want to be Nettle blessed?
I do not know what would happen, but there are. I know the
Because-
people of this town, and while there are many who feel like I do, there are also many who are quite happy to continue this way.
Interesting.
It's all they've ever known,
So if we dispatch of Luna, another one will probably
Another
pop
one
up.
will show up, yes.
Even though right now there's none, but another one could pop up.
It seems likely, although I don't know how it would work.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe we just. I don't know.
Please do not abandon this town, because I have thought of this a long time. If we left this place, I could try to leave with the people that are interested in leaving, but I think about how do I put this? My grandparents and my mother and father are very devout. They're very devout. They love the Lord of Nettles. It's all they've ever known, and they aspire to give him whatever he wants in order to receive his blessings. If we were all to leave, I think of the children of those that are staying behind, who would inherit this lifestyle even though they don't want it, like me.
Take courage. We will not abandon you, dear Dario.
I thank you.
I got a question for you, Dario. What would make those grandparents, those devout people, to think differently? What would it take?
This is a very difficult question, because it's all they've ever known. It's
They're
But
watching their
you know,
own
if we were
children cut their
to,
fingers off.
this is right, and they embrace it, right? This is what
That's
they want.
fine.
And for me, I don't know if they will ever change their mind. But if we are able to somehow destroy the Lord of Nettles, then they will have no option. They will have to move on.
That's a great plan.
And that's what we want to do. We just don't know how.
There's a vampire up there that wants to
we could
do
get
it.
a vampire to help us.
I had heard rumor of this, that the castors had some sort of undead thing that was influencing the graveyard. That was what started this.
Oh yeah.
Are you perchance trained in the art of the arcane? Maybe in specifically demi-planes and mechanisms that are used to view/transport one from and to said planes?
I can swing an axe, and I have the ear of many of the people, but I am afraid I cannot help you with that.
No. Well, how did these Castor people attain such crazy knowledge?
They had connections, you know. They had connections outside of the outside of the Freylands, outside of Moorhaven. But they always came back. I don't know what you think of them. I don't know if they were in the right. This creature upstairs is unholy, it sounds like, but
Well,
they always came
you,
back.
so.
You know, they could have left, but they seem to care a lot about freeing Moorhaven from this Lord of Nettles.
This is like out of this conversation. Do you think that we should go back to the graveyard and see if there's any sort of lantern equivalent? Because remember how there's those two layers? We got rid of the top layer by destroying the lantern. What if there's something else there that we could destroy that would get rid of that bottom layer, which is the Lord of Nettles layer?
I feel like something like that would be more likely to be in the forest.
Yeah, I feel like he would guard that somewhere
But
in his node.
But would it not be in that same plot of land?
Why would it be there?
Because that's where it's
Well, I thought when you
desecrated.
did that, you sensed that all the land was desecrated. Try
No.
it right now.
no. It's only.
To clarify, when you cast a spell, you were able to sense in the area around you for a certain radius, and that radius didn't go outside of the bounds of the graveyard. So you never actually got a read on the land outside of the graveyard.
Oh,
I
really?
see.
I
It's
thought-
only
I thought I
radius
did.
of your spell.
I thought I casted it going up to the graveyard, but maybe I didn't ever specify that.
Let's check with the DM.
Going up to the graveyard from
From Moorhaven.
the graveyard's like almost bordering Moorhaven.
Oh. Okay. What is that spell again? Detect good and evil.
You cast it right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
good
cast
old
it.
Cast it in the cast.
I'll be like, Dario, give me 1 second, and I'll cast it.
Okay.
What do I say?
You can sense. See, you sense that this land is also desecrated. That it is
The same as the graveyard.
slightly different. It's the same in like it feels very similar.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that the graveyard was serving kind of a special purpose, perhaps. That this land is not.
Right, but it's still desecrated,
It's still desecrated.
and it's still like
It feels very similar to the bottom, like the Lord
Right.
of Nettles
okay.
vibe curse.
Yeah, I know. We'll communicate that and say they are slightly different, but this is desecrated.
What does that mean? No.
Should we at least go check it out? There's nothing there that we'll probably have to fight. We could probably just, do a little quick lookaroo.
Sure, why not? At this point, we've exhausted all other options, except for the option, Victoria, the vampire lady who likes to rule and reign over top of this land.
Rune's gonna pipe up and say, "Listen, so I'm doing Dario now. I'm not sure about this whole thing. But the Castors had some sort of plan,
I know.
I think whatever they were doing, the answer is probably here or perhaps with her.
Maybe we should use all resources to investigate this
I've
house.
already looked here. There's nothing.
Yeah, but something tells me you didn't do it very well.
I looked so well. All right, fine. One more look-see couldn't hurt, I guess. Although it hurts my pride slightly that you don't trust me, but fair enough.
I guess we'll start upstairs.
Start looking around, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like the studies.
Maybe we just go all together and just assist each other.
Yeah.
Who's got the best This
think
is
I
out of
do.
character and game breaking a little bit.
That's
but
fine. No.
What's your investigation?
2. Oh, my
Plus
investigation.
2?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
team.
2.
That's 2
Zero?
times better than mine.
Oh, mine's -2.
Oh boy, guys! Look at
Mine's
you.
0.
Yeah. So
All right.
You can
guys
definitely
wanna
get
assist
assistance.
me?
Yep.
We're all
To
assisting
your
you.
advantage. You can guide yourself. You may guide yourself, Reese.
I guide myself prior to rolling because I follow
And with
the
the permission of the
rules.
DM.
An 18,
18's pretty good. You're looking around.
and I'll look specifically for like the plan. Nothing really to do with Victoria, unless this has to do with Victoria.
Yeah.
But looking for how to like get rid of.
You're
metals.
looking around, and like you're finding things that are like adjacent to it. Do you know what I mean? You're finding that you do find a couple documents of them trying to like come up with some spells, and them like trying to figure out how they can do it, but like without like a resolution. They didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
So they never. It seems like they never found a resolution.
It seems like they never found a resolution. And as you guys are looking around the room, Victoria is kind of like watching from like the window there, and she says, after watching you for a little while, she kind of says, "I think I know what you're seeking, and let me tell you, the castors wanted that too, and it was part of our deal." And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, very interesting indeed.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope that you enjoyed that and our little, our impending fate showdown with the Lord Nettles. You'll have to come back to hear what happens. Thank you for listening. Everybody go look up our stuff on social media, and even though we never post anything, and
Look up our stuff.
except for these episodes. Thank you. Have a wonderful life. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.